So today we will learn how to multiply polynomials by polynomials. This is not learning, this should be review. The first thing I taught in AG2 was the degree of a monomial. So monomial means one term. For instance, if you had 7x to the third, that is a monomial. There's only one term, 7x cubed. The degree is 3. And we also learned in AG2 we would call a cubic. Third powers are cubics. So you just look at the exponent. And I have seen trickier ones, such as that is still a monomial because there's no plus or minus signs. But 7x cubed y squared, if it's a monomial, you just add the exponents. 3 plus 2 is 5, so degree equals 5. And I have seen this on the ACT. Now if you have a polynomial, poly just means more than one. It could also mean one. But it would be something like 2x, 7x squared plus 4. Now, this is not written as standard form, means highest degree to lowest. We still look at the highest. So we have three terms. We have a 2x, we have a 7x squared, we have a 4. The degree is your highest exponent. So you would say degree equals 2. Okay. So that's what degree means. It's the highest exponent. Okay. Other words you may remember is a binomial. This means two terms, such as x squared plus 4. That's a binomial, two terms. Another word you should remember is trinomial. That means three terms, as x squared plus 2x plus 1. There's many trinomials. I'm just writing the first one that comes to my mind. All right, now in AG2 you learned this is called a binomial, x plus 1. X plus 4 is also a binomial, and there's three different ways. One way is the distributive property. Another is FOIL. And then there's one that's not on here, but there's one where you make a table. So I'm going to show a combination of all three techniques, and whatever you remember best or whatever sits best with you, that's the one you can use. So the first one is distributive property, and that's when you take x in front of the x plus 4, and then the 1 in front of the x plus 4. So you put the first term in front of the second, set in parentheses, and then the second term in front. And then you distribute. X times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. Over here distribute x plus 4. And we should remember that like terms, 4x plus 1x is 5x. This day is supposed to be review, so I'm going to go through this a little bit faster than I did with my AG2. You have seen this before in AG2, and you saw it again in AG3, and you saw it again if you took ICA. This is nothing new. You're probably bored. Right? Next, same thing, I put x in front of x plus 11. Then negative 5 in front of x plus 11. And then I just distribute. So x times x is x squared, is 1 plus 1. X times 11 is 11x. And then distribute the negative 5 to the x. And negative 5 to the 11. Negative 5 times 11 is negative 55. Combine like terms. 11x minus 5x. And I get the quadratic trinomial x squared plus 6x minus 55. Now, we'll review this, but x minus 5, x plus 11, that's called factored form. And you should know how to go from here to here. This is standard form. You should know how to go from factored form to standard form, and also from standard form to factored form. Factored form, that means it crosses the x at 5 and negative 11. And then from standard form, I see the y-intercept is negative 55. Okay? But for now, let's just multiply. Next, x in front of x squared plus 2x plus 4, and then minus 1 in front of x squared plus 2x plus 4. Now remember, a negative 1, all that does is change all the signs. That's all a negative 1 does in multiplication. Do the math. X times x squared, that's like x to the 1, that's x to the second. You add the exponents. 1 plus 2 is 3. X times 2x is 2x squared. And then times 4 is 4x. And then negative 1 distributed, all it does is change the sign. So it changes that to a negative, that to a negative, and that to a negative. Combine like terms and put in order from highest degree to lowest. I have an x cubed, that goes first. My x squareds, I have this one and this one. That's like a negative 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Remember, you don't have to actually put a 1 there. You could just put plus x squared, same thing. And then I have a 4x, a negative minus 2x. Those are like terms. 4x minus 2x is 2x. And then I have my minus 4. So I would call this a polynomial of 4 terms, and it's a cubic. Questions so far? Next, put the x squared in front of x squared minus 3x minus 1, and then put the plus 2x in front of x squared minus 3x minus 1. And this is called multiplying the distributive property. Distribute. Squared times x squared is x to the 4th, because 2 plus 2 is 4. X squared times negative 3x. 2 plus 1 is 3. Negative 3x cubed. And then x squared times negative 1 is negative x squared. Then distribute 2x over. X to the 1 times x squared. 1 plus 2 is 3, so that would be 2x cubed. 2x times minus 3x, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Negative 6x squared. And then 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. Combine like terms and put in standard form. Highest degrees, x to the 4th. X cubes, I have this one, and I have this one. I knows negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Remember, you don't have to actually put the 1. You could just put minus x cubed, same thing. And then I have my squares. I have a negative 1x squared and a negative 6x squared makes negative 7x squared. So I went 4, 3, 2. Next is to the first power, which is a minus 2x. Okay. You guys remember this? You do? I hope. If not, there is an Excel I'm going to have you do that will give you lots and lots and lots of practice. Okay. Now, there's also another way of doing this, and it's called FOIL. F stands for first. O is outer. And then inner. And then last. You guys remember that method? So you go with what's first. First, I'll write it down again. First is when you take this term times this term. First, and you get x squared. And then you go to outer. And outer is when you would take seven times 2, which is 14. And I've seen outer also defined as x times 2. Outer on the outside. Actually, looking at that, that's actually what that should be. And then inner, I'm just going to go with what I have. Inner would be these two. So that's 7x. And then last, I think last is actually outer, but last, what did I not put together yet? Well, every combination, I did x to x. Did I do x to 2 yet? No, I did not. That would be my last. And I'm pretty sure that I have last and outer mixed up. It doesn't matter. It's the same answer. That's 2x. And then combining like terms, you have your x squared, 7x and 2x is 9x, and that'd be plus 14. Here for that method, but when you see on the ACT FOIL, that means first, outer, inner, last. Which one's first, which one's outer, which one's inner, which one's last, really doesn't matter. Okay? Just as long as you multiply both of these terms by both of these terms, 2 terms by 2 terms, you should have 4 terms. Now, I'm going to show, instead of FOIL on this, I'm going to show the way that I have noticed kids over the years have enjoyed more. And kind of like a tic-tac-toe. Kind of sounds like fun to play tic-tac-toe. And what you do is it's just a table to help you organize your thoughts. So you pick one, like you could put x minus 11 there, or you could have done it down there, doesn't matter. And then on the other one, you'll put the other one, x minus 3. So you could have done x minus 11, x minus 3, won't matter. But you put 1 on one and 1 on the other, and then what's nice is like this is whatever x times x is, and x times x squared. And then this term is whatever x times negative 11 is, which is negative 11x. This term is whatever this way times this way is. So x times negative 3. And then this term would be negative 11 times negative 3, 33. Usually these combine, which they do. And you get x squared minus 14x plus 33. That's called the table method. When you're doing your homework, I don't really care you know all three ways. Whatever way makes more sense that you've been using over the years, just keep using that way. And if I showed you a way you think looks easier, try it out. Because if it's easier, it's probably faster. And it'll save you time on the ACT. Okay? Questions? So today was supposed to be review. It was how to multiply polynomials by polynomials. Your target, we'll call it target number 1, is multiply polynomials by polynomials. Rate yourself. 1, you have no idea. Which if you're a 1, I'm not sure how you got to MCA. 2, you need some help. I was reading the, you know how you guys turn these in, and kids are saying they need help. And they put that every single time. Yeah, at school, I need help. And it's not kids in this class, but I'm just thinking, there's usually a lot of class time left. Just ask me during class. Right? But that's an easy excuse to make. So, 2, you need some help. That's what I'm here for. That's what your classmates are here for. 3, you understand. And 4, you could tutor this. And probably a lot of you are already 4s. Ideally. Now Excel that will help you get to a 3 or 4 if you need it. Look at that. There's only 2 IXLs I could find that go with what we're learning. Hope that doesn't bother you. Does it? No? I'm so sorry. Then, the homework. Today is what, 10/4? Make it do October 5th. Can't believe it's already October. Multiplying polynomials is the name of the worksheet. WS stands for worksheet. Just let me make sure. So number 1 is to define these words. 3, 4, 5, 6. They say simplify by combining like terms. So there's no multiplication going on here, you're just combining like terms. 7, 8, 9, 10. Multiply using the distributive property. I don't really care which way you do it. Okay, just find the product. Here, find the product using the FOIL method. Again, I don't care which method you use, just find the product. And that's it. Okay, that's all I have for today.